Alright you guys, so today's video is going to be staying in a regular apartment versus staying in a luxury apartment. And there's two differences because one is a regular apartment, which means it probably doesn't have much amenities. It's probably in a really bad area or side of town. Or it also could be lower than $1,000 compared to a luxury apartment or high-rise apartment that has multiple floors. Most regular apartments, they usually have up to 4, maybe 2, right? High-rise luxury apartment usually goes up to probably 20, 30, even 50 floors. You got amenities. Sometimes you got ballet. Sometimes you got gated community. Sometimes you have trash valet. You have 24-hour maintenance. You might have a dog park. You may have a dog wash station. You might have a car vacuum center or car wash. Different types of things I've seen. And there's a complete difference. So like living in a $1,500 luxury apartment with granite countertops, rooftop pools, and valet parking, it feels good. It sounds good, right? Until you realize that you're basically paying for the name. In this video, I'm breaking down the reality of living in a luxury apartment versus a regular $700, $800, $500, even $1,000 apartment compared to an apartment that is above $1,000. Is the flex worth the rent, or are you better off stacking your money and keeping it simple? Let's talk about it. Everybody loves to post their high-rise luxury apartment, right? They like to post the pool, the rooftop vibes, stainless steel kitchen, hardwood floors, big windows, big balcony. But is paying over $1,000 for rent a month really worth it? Or is living in a $700, $800, $900, even $500 apartment more bang for your buck? I lived in both and I've seen the truth with my own eyes. And right now I'm gonna break it all down for you. The flex versus the reality. Luxury apartments, they feel good. I'm not gonna lie. When you first move in, you're gonna feel like you're in a movie. The pool is nice, the gym is downstairs, they have concierge. I've even seen some luxury apartments that have batting cages in there. They have a cinema room, business center with computers in there, and they have a bunch of other things. Here's the truth though. Half the time, you're paying for the vibe, not the value. You're paying to look like you have it all together on Instagram or to other people or whatever case may be, when deep down you know that money could have went into investments or savings or building your dreams. Meanwhile, in another apartment, you're spending maybe $800 a month. You don't have to flex, but you also don't have the stress that somebody else would be having, paying $1,500 or $2K a month for rent, or even some as high as $5,000. Lower bills means more breathing room, more time to save, more money to save. You are not breaking your back to pay the rent. And that is a peace of mind that money is not going to buy. The second one is the amenities versus actually living. Luxury apartments are going to sell you on the amenities, okay? The amenities and the location and probably how the first floor looks. You're going to see gyms, coffee bars, co-working spaces, free Wi-Fi, you know, pools, rooftop lounges. You might even see barbecue pits and all different types of things. Ask yourself this: how often do you usually use them in the first place? A lot of people are too busy grinding at work to even use these amenities or even care about these amenities. So you're paying for extra that you might use probably one time a month, or you might never ever use. In a regular apartment, you're not gonna get all these amenities. You're not gonna get all these exotic rooms and exotic things. And you're paying for what you really use, you know, roof, water, electricity, whatever. Sometimes being simple is smarter. The third one is maintenance and hidden costs. Now here's the shady side. Luxury apartments love to add extra fees. Valet trash, pet fees, parking garage fees, service fees. Now suddenly your rent was $1,200 and now all of a sudden it is $1,500 a month. And when something breaks, you think you're gonna have a 5-star service, right? All the time, the maintenance person probably not gonna come, or they probably suck. I've had better maintenance and cheaper apartment buildings. 4 is the lifestyle trap. People, this is the part that people don't want to admit. When you're living in a luxury apartment, or to keep up with that lifestyle and to keep up with other people that you're possibly seeing in the building or around the area, you're gonna start spending more to match your surroundings or your aesthetic. You're gonna have new furniture, higher bills, probably eating out more. You want your life to look like how your apartments do. That's how people go broke, trying to keep up an image. But in a regular apartment, you don't have that pressure, you don't have that energy. You can stack money freely. You can build your foundation without pretending. 5, which one is worth it, okay? Is it a luxury apartment worth it, or a regular apartment? At the end of the day, it depends on what you want. If you care about appearances and you like that city lifestyle, you like the luxury, you like the lights, you like the vibe, you like clubs and restaurants and stuff, then you might feel like it's worth it. You might like it. I liked it. But if you want a more peace of mind, less stressful life when it comes to money, then I would recommend you getting a regular apartment. I've learned that luxury apartments don't always equal happiness, and it doesn't mean that you have money or that you will have money left over once you pay it. It's best to live within your means. And honestly, would I stay in a luxury apartment for the rest of my life? No. Would I stay in a regular apartment for the rest of my life? No. But when the situation comes to it, if I didn't have a lot of money, if I'm new to the city, if I'm new to the area, if I don't really know much, if I don't really have much like furniture or anything like that, if I don't have a lot going on for myself, if I don't have a lot of money, stuff like that, I'd recommend a cheaper apartment. You feel me? But if you have a lot of money saved up, if you make a lot of money per month, if you have a really good job, and you have a lot of furniture, if you have children or a lot of pets and stuff, I would definitely recommend a luxury apartment. But it all just depends on your lifestyle and your mindset. You can be at the end of the day to pick which one you actually want to live in. Bye.